All right, and now that we're done with all of the beefs, let's get down to the real business. All right, people. So essentially, everybody was wondering why Carti's verse on the Weeknd song or soundtrack was only like 6 words. It sounded like it was just looped. I mean, when we were listening to it, it literally is like, my body's on her, her body's on me, something like that. Something like that. Honestly, I love the song. Even though it's like a super pop song, it's always nice to see. I was trying to explain it to a more normie friend last night as to why Carti is so great. And I'm not trying to dick right here, just like you can never expect what he's going to do. Love it or hate it. I understand why someone might not like his music because it is so different than everybody else, but at least he's coming with something that's gonna surprise you. You know what I mean? It's not just gonna be some like regular copy and paste beat from the same producers that you always got, as well as the same type of flow or like just different variations. Like he's gonna come on, pause, and do something that's crazy again, that is gonna be polarizing, not necessarily like controversy, but like with Pain 1993, I relate this song to that because he came on that Drake song, again, pause, because and it was something that a lot of people hated. There was even like the OG verse that people liked more when he was just trying to catch his flow, or maybe like I think Ian Connor said he didn't like the original verse, probably again because he helps out with the creative direction. I don't know his role particularly, but it just has to be something different, and that's like the whole marketing scheme of Carti, like to do things differently, whether or not people actually like it, because they will grow to like it if you step your foot down, be like, nah, this is hard. Because when you're influential, like music is subjective, right? So when you do something and you're cool, or like people like you, they're going to like it no matter what. It doesn't have to do with like the actual music at that point, because again, there's no objective reasoning as to why somebody's likes a particular song. If they like the person, they will like the song, most likely, in a lot of cases. At least there are people who drop trash songs though, but if they drop a trash song and like there's an artist that, you know, people don't necessarily like too much, they'll just let it go and they'll call it trash. You know what I'm saying? You have more power when you're influential. But anyway, we got an explanation from The Weeknd as to like what actually happened, and it was he did confirm that it was just a loop. It was made for an entirely different song, which makes complete sense. Although it did mesh well with the actual song, if you ask me. But that's why I guess they could only use particular parts where I guess the flow matched with the beat, or like the BPM or whatever. So he had to like loop it. But again, that's the whole point of it. Like they got to do something that people are going to sit back and be like, wait, what the hell was that? He only said, I think somebody in the comments said it was 19 words total that he said, but somehow it was still hard. Now, The Weeknd, I guess in an interview with Zane Lowe on Apple Music One, revealed that the song originated as a collaboration with Playboi Carti. Okay, so Madonna came on later. We've had a different version of this song prior, so I've had these vocals for a while, and I've kind of just worked around it, and then kind of kept it in the tuck, but now it felt like it was time. He called Madonna the ultimate cosign for this song. I've always wanted to work with her, he said. I've always wanted to write and produce a Madonna album. Well, co-produce with her, of course. She's a visionary, she has a singular vision, blah, 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 blah. That's all about Madonna. So we got confirmation that the reason that the vocals, I guess, it was only 19 words because it was for originally a different track. Now we're putting it on this, and again, it was hard. But as we were talking about with the Metro Boomin soundtrack to Spider-Man, like it was kind of but that's just because it's a soundtrack to a PG movie. So what do you expect? Like they got to be rapping words of swinging from building to building on webs. Like how real can you really get when like in the lyrics and the flows? Like it has to be almost dumbed down a bit to the audience that's going to be listening to the album as well. Because again, the production or the soundtrack is supposed to complement the actual movie, not necessarily stand alone as a good song. Although I'm not saying that the songs were bad, it's just like it was kind of watered down a bit. Whereas this one, I feel like there was even a story where The Weeknd, Carti, and Madonna, they had like an after party or a release party for this soundtrack. I guess it just came out as a single. This stands alone as a good song, if you ask me, which I think are the best soundtracks. But it got shut down early because there was too much graphic nudity or something. So like probably it was just a nudist party where everybody was walking around, dick hanging out, everything, beef flaps, dragging on the floor and shit. You thought it was just drinks, on the floor, making the floor sticky. No, that was something else, yo. It was a mixture of fluids, actually. But as I was saying, so the song was hard. Here's why. It was looped.